dragging home, and now that we've stopped, she has no excuse. Don't keep the queen waiting, I say, and take the chance to escape the car. I grab my stuff while she takes the call. I don't carry much. It's easier to keep moving with just the same 2 duffel bags, hauled between the dorm and the tattoo shop I work at. When the dorms close in the summer, the owner also lets me crash on the shop's couch. Usually I hate Charity, but I don't have a choice, so I make up for it with all the shifts she'll let me do. As I stand in the open for the first time in hours, Slater winter smothers me like a friend. In spring, the rock irises start budding, turning the stones purple. But right now, everything's just gray. A thin wind circles the cliffs, whistling through the rock-roofed houses and coaxing their chimes into swaying. The silver tubes hang everywhere, picking up drafts from the valleys, and the melodic tinkling needles my skin in a way I wish I'd forgotten. My eyes drift to the carver's house next door before I snap myself out of it. I'm not here to revisit the past, dead or alive. I've had a lot of luck since that full-ride acceptance email came in, like life realized how many debts it owed me. I ditched town 2 years ago without a backup plan, so I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't gotten into art school, gotten lucky hitchhiking, found the questionable hostel that would rent to an unaccompanied teen carrying a suspicious amount of cash, hadn't been kicked out of the shop when I broke in to raid the mini-fridge. I've heard enough stories of kids, girls especially, without that kind of luck. But it's done, so I don't think about it. Or at least I didn't until about 5 days ago when I went and fucked it up at my portfolio showcase. 2 years on an incredible scholarship put on a noose, because instead of presenting pieces on the theme of forgotten places, I had presented a 4-canvas argument for a child therapist. Professor Rodriguez took pity on me, assuming I'd had some sort of stress breakdown, and gave me an extension to redo my pieces. Now I somehow need to make up an entire semester's work in 3 weeks, so I don't fail and lose that scholarship. And I need to do it in Slater, of all places. I didn't tell Professor Rodriguez I recognized the people in those nightmare portraits I presented. I also didn't tell her I don't have any memory of drawing them at all. Isa, phone tucked under her chin, Trish waves her keys out the window. I'd be happy to delay going inside as long as possible, but Trish looks impatient, worried even, at whatever's on the other end of the line. The air of trouble makes me pause, but I'm not about to get involved in the Vandersteen's business. Reluctantly, I take the keys and turn toward the house. The 2 stories still don't sit together quite right, the floors sloping under their own weight. Abandoned flower pots mound the yard, and the slate shingles fleck like scabs, fissuring where the creepers grow. On the outside, it's exactly like every other house, the way Dad wanted us to look. He and Mom moved to town just before Trish was born, following the digging job and leaving behind families they've never talked about. That was over 20 years ago now, but it's nothing compared to all the other families' generations. Sometimes, I think maybe he was right. Time seems to work differently here. Traps things, stops them changing. I scuff my thrifted docks on the mat, shoulder my bags against my hip, dig my nails into my palm. Before I can insert the key, though, the door opens, and then Mom is there in the doorway. She's so colorless in my memories that I'm surprised now to catch flushed cheeks and a pinkness in her mouth. She's all covered up, as usual, stiff as a board, but she actually looks her 38 years and younger than I remember. Neither of us can say the first word, and I'm surprised, then angry, at how small it makes me feel. Eventually, it's Trish who breaks the ice. "Let's get out of the cold," she says, coming up the stairs. It's always Trish who has to mediate Mom's shit. She can't even ditch this place because Mom's got her so tied down. Mom sounds relieved. "Yes, in the kitchen."